press and choose the first auto suggestion. Here you can see the HTML5 boilerplate. We can use Alt-C to turn on the word wrap to see all the code. We open the browser here inside the Visual Studio Code using the Live Preview extension that we have installed. So we right-click and we click on Live Preview, Show Preview. Here on the right side, we can see our browser, which is completely empty, but with the title document. Let's change the title to be the name of our project, which is Auto Text Effect Animation. We close the Explorer section by dragging this line to have more space, and we can see all the codes. In the body section, we just have a container. I mean a div with a class of container. And inside this div, we just have an h1 that's saying, I am a YouTuber. So later, using JavaScript, we're going to add some auto text effect that will change this YouTuber to other carriers like web developers or freelancer. So for now, we just hard-coded the h1 here. So we can, in the next section, we can use CSS to style our page. So see you in the next section for the styling our project. All right, in the last section, we have finished with the HTML part of our project. In this section, we're going to start adding some styling to our project using CSS. So first, we need to create a CSS file. So in the left side, we open the Explorer section using Ctrl-Shift-E, or we can open it here in the View menu, Explorer. And here in the left side, we right-click and we click on New File, or just we click here. And we name the file style.css, and we press Enter. Before starting our project using CSS, we must include a link to the CSS file within the HTML code. So we go back to the index.html, and just under the title tag here, we add a link tag. We just write link, and we click on the third auto suggestion, the one with the CSS. As you can see, now we have a link tag with a relationship between the HTML file and the external style sheet, which is a style.css file. And as both files, the index.html and the style.css, are located at the same directory, we just need to write a style.css for the URL. An href attribute defines the destination of the link or the URL. All right. Now we can use CSS in our project. We save the file and we close the Explorer section and we go to style.css to start the styling our project. We open the browser and increase the size a little bit more, and we start with the body section. We remove the margin, the default margin of the body, which is the space around the body section, by using margin 0. As you can see, we don't have any margin anymore. And we change the display to flex, so we can bring this title to the center horizontally using justify content center. So we write justify content, and we choose center for this property. Now we can see our text in the center horizontally. And for bringing it to the center vertically, we just need first to set the height of the body to be 100% of the viewport height, which means the 100% of the screen size. And we set the align items to be center. Now we can see our text in the center, both horizontally and vertically. Let's change the background color to be, for example, salmon color. And let's change the font of this text. And if I would like to bring some fonts from Google Font, so we go to the desktop, and we click on Google Chrome or any browser you would like to use. And here we search for Google Font. And in the search result, we click on fonts.google.com. Here you can see many text fonts. You can write here, for example, I am a YouTuber, to compare the fonts with the text you want to have. I have actually decided to have the font permanent marker for our project. But you can choose any font you like for your own project. So we click here and we click this, select this style. And here on the right, we click here on the imports and we copy the code in the middle of the style tag. So we copy it and we go to the VS Code, and just at the top before the body, we paste the code using Ctrl V. We can use Alt C to turn on the word wrap to see all the code. And now we can go back to the browser, and just under this code, we have font family permanent marker and a cursive marker backup. So we copy this, we go back to the Visual Studio Code. And just under this, we paste that. Now we can see the font has been changed to the permanent marker. I think that's it for our CSS styling. In the next section, we are going to use JavaScript to change this YouTuber to other careers and also add some auto text effect that shows typing as well. So see you in the next section. All right, in the last section, we have finished installing our project using CSS. In this section, we're going to start adding functionality to our project using JavaScript. So first, we need to create a JavaScript file. So we open the Explorer using Ctrl-Shift-E, and on the left side, we right-click and we click on New File. We name the file index.js. Sometimes the code files goes to the right side, which has the browser. You can bring them just by dragging the tab and bring it here. So now we can see the browser in real time. Before using the JavaScript, for our project, we must add a link to the JavaScript file within the HTML code. So we switch to the index.html file, and just under this div and at the end of the body tag, we just add a script tag. We just write SC and we click on the second auto suggestion. The one with the src. Now we have a script tag, and the src attribute defines the destination of the link. As both files, I mean the index.html and the index.js, are located at the same directory, we just need to write here index.js for the URL. All right, now we can use JavaScript for our project. So we go to the index.js. We close this Explorer section by dragging this line. First, we need to get the container of the project, I mean the div with the class of container, because we want to manipulate it inside this div. So for returning a div with a class, we just need to use query selector method. So we just write here constant, and we name the constant container element, and we write document.query selector, and inside a set of parentheses, we write the selector for that class, which is dot container. We can use Alt-C to turn on the word wrap, and we can see the code clearly in that way. All right. The things we want to do is just manipulate this container. We just, for example, use container.element, and we change the inner HTML, for example, to an empty string or whatever you want to write, and you can see it here. So before doing that, because we want to add some So before doing that, because we want to add some HTML tag. So we add a backtick and we just open the backtick and we go back to the index.html and we cut this h1 tag and we go to index.js and we paste it in the middle of the backticks. So we can see the same things we had now as before, but we want this YouTuber to be dynamic. We want to have more careers, so we make an array here. So we create a constant and we set the array name to career or careers. We just create an array, and the first element would be the same one we had, YouTuber. We just make it capitalized. And the second career would be, for example, web developer. The third one would be freelancer. And the last one, just say, for example, instructor. All right. So in order to see the different careers here, we can delete this. And instead of this, we have some variable, and we target this carriers, and we just say, for example, the first element we get YouTube, the second element we get developer. We just need to change the index inside the array. 3, we get the instructor. All right. We set it to 0. So instead of having this hard coded, we can create a variable. We just say carrier index, and we set it to 0 as default, and we just, instead of this, we just write carrier index. All right. And so we just need to have bring this inside a function. So we create a function and we name the function update text, and we cut this one and paste it inside this function. We can call this function once to have the text, and also we need another variable to have the index for the character. We need an
Hammaga xayrli kech. Inshaalloh bugungi ochiq darsimizni ham boshlab oldik. Inshaalloh xayrli bo'lsin barchaga, manfaatli bo'lsin birinchi o'rinda. Xudo xolasa bugun qiziq bir mavzulardan, ya'ni birinchi o'rinda JavaScript qanaqa hali, lekin men iloji boricha tushuntirishga harakat qilaman va kichik ishda o'zi qanaqa kod yoziladi, qanaqa tartibda ishlaydi va uni reallikka qanday olib chiqiladi. Ya'ni bosgan payti bir knopkani ichmasdan bosgan payti dark lightni bir mix ko'ramizda. Ya'ni shunchaki kod real holatda qanday ishlaydi, mana shu haqida gaplashamiz. Ya'ni mana shuni qisqa o'rgataman. Buni bilganlar uchun yaxshi, bilmaganlar uchun boyaga nima bo'ladi. Boshdan sal tushunarsiz bo'lishi mumkin, lekin iloji boricha ana shu narsalarni tushuntirishga harakat qilaman. Xo'p. Demak, men ekranni share qilaman. Birinchi o'rinda men bir ikkita narsalarni sizlardan so'rab olaman. Avvalambor, mayda kirolmayapman debdi. Bilmadim, lekin hozir adminimiz kirmadi, Mo'sa Suhrov hali kirmabdi. Xo'p, men ba'zi narsalar so'rab olaman. Ovoz yaxshimi birinchi o'rinda? Ovoz yaxshimi? Ovoz yaxshimi? Bitta uni ko'rsatyaptilar. Chatga shunday yozyaptilar, ovoz yaxshi bo'lsa. Ha, plus zo'r, zo'r. Xudo xohlasa zo'r bo'ladi inshaalloh bugungi holatimiz yaxshi. Demak, ekran ham ko'rinyapti, ekran deb yozib qo'ydim. Uni ham agar iloji bo'lsa birdan aniq qilib men birdan bilay. Ekran ham ko'rinyapti. Bo'ldi. Demak, ekran ham ko'rinayotgan bo'lsa, nima bo'layotgan bo'lsa qanaqa. Kechagi darsda bo'lganlar bor, bo'lmaganlar bor. Shuning uchun qisqa boshlang'ich holatni o'zini tanishtiraman, keyin asosiy mavzularga o'tamiz. Boshlang'ichlar uchun ham ba'zi yangiliklar bo'ladi va men endi boshlang'ich ochiq darsimizda umumiy tanishtirishdan o'zi nima haqidaligidan boshlaymiz. Qolgani yangi mavzularga o'tib boraveramiz. Xo'p, boshladik unda. Birinchi o'rinda bugungi ochiq darsimiz veb dasturlash. O'zi qanaqa dasturlash o'zi qayerdan kelib chiqdi? Qanaqa atama? O'zi nima uchun dasturlash o'zi hozirgi kunda juda ommabop sohalardan bo'ldi. Endi bunga birinchi o'rinda veb dasturlash o'zi veb dastur. Qaranglar, o'zi dastur nimani hal qiladi? Misol uchun Nonvoy non yopadi, uni mahsuloti non. Keyin misol uchun etik go'shti materiali etik. Dastur uchun materiali nima? Bu kompyuter emas, ya'ni u ishlab chiqaradigan narsa, u qiladigan narsa muammosi kompyuterga yechim bermaydi. U kompyuterga emas, odamga manfaat berishi. Axborotlarni umumiy tizimlashtirish, ya'ni birinchi o'rinda axborot almashuvini tezlashtirish va axborotlar ustida ishlash. Dasturlashning asosiy maqsadi, agar bundan keyin bilmasangiz bilib qo'ying, dasturlashning asosiy maqsadi ma'lumotlar bilan, ya'ni ma'lumot axborotlar bilan ishlash, ya'ni ularga ishlov berish, ularni tarqatish. Misol uchun siz uyda o'tiribsiz, sizda ma'lumot bor, ya'ni ma'lumot nima degani? O'zi ma'lumot, umumiy ma'lumot, uni menimcha o'zbek tiliga tarjima qilmasam bo'ladi. O'zbek tilida qarasa, ma'lumot bor. Misol uchun taksi kerak sizga. Keyin bitta ko'chada taksi bor, unga klient kerak. Siz faqatgina ilovadan o'tirib, menga taksi kerak degan buttonni bosasiz, u shu axborotingizni, ma'lumotingizni olib borib taksichiga ko'rsatadi. Ya'ni unga shu ma'lumot kerak, ya'ni shu mana bu odamga, mana shu manzilda turgan odamga taksi kerak hozir. U aytadi, men olaman deb bosadi, u axborot qaytarib jo'natadi. Demak, qaranglar, bizlar o'zi axborotlar almashuvi zamonida yashayapmiz. Ya'ni bu narsa hozirgi kunda eng katta qurollardan biri ham hisoblanadi. Agar sizdagi datasizdan ma'lumot agar boshqalarda bo'lsa, uni boshqarish, undagi holatlarni ko'rsatish. Ya'ni bitta narsani bilishki, dasturchilar axborotlar bilan, ma'lumotlar bilan ishlaydi. Endi bu ma'lumotlar qancha katta bo'lsa, qancha tez ishlansa, qancha yaxshi bo'lsa va bu odamlarga yaxshi bo'ladi. Masalan, sizning muammongiz qanchalik ko'p tez hal bo'lishi, siz u ma'lumotni qanchalik tez boshqalarga va kerakli odamlarga yetkaza olsangiz, shuncha tez hal bo'ladi, to'g'rimi? Qorningiz ochgan, sizga nima kerak? Ovqat kerak. Uni agar siz shunchaki yetkazib berish xizmatiga shunday bossangiz, u yetkazib bersa, u sizga ovqat olib kelib bermaydi. Dasturlash ovqat olib kelib bermaydi. Shuni bilib olasiz. Dasturlash ovqat olib kelib berish emas. Shu ovqat sizga kerakligini kerakli manzilga yetkazib berish va kerakli manzildan sizga qaytarib olib kelish. Va o'rtada u ovqat olib keluvchining vazifasi ovqat olib kelib berish. Misol uchun, ko'rlik, o'tirib ovqat pishirgan alohida komanda bo'ladi. Siz alohida komanda, o'rtada bitta velosipeddanmi yoki mototsikldanmi yoki taksidan sizga ovqat olib kelayotgan boshqa odam. Lekin o'rtadagi axborot almashinuvini dasturchi qiladi. Va bunaqa almashinuvlar hozirgi kunda juda keng rivojlanmoqda va bu dasturlashda keng rivojlanishga olib kelyapti. Ya'ni har qanday ma'lumotni endi elektron ko'rinishga o'tkazilyapti. Ya'ni har bir kompaniyalar o'z saytlarini ochyapti, har bir shifoxonalar. Men hozir misol uchun kecha aytdim, shifoxonalarni saytlarini yasyapmiz. Chunki shifoxonalarga kerak. Shifoxonalarda misol uchun ular necha yillik mutaxassislari bor, necha yildan beri ishlab kelayotgan. Misol uchun o'ylab qo'ying, siz bir dardingiz bor. Misol uchun endi bir qarindoshingiz dardi bor. Unga yechim izlab yuribsiz yoki ko'rsatyapsiz, yaxshi doktor topolmayapsiz. Lekin bildingizki, bilmayapsizki, masalan, bitta kasalxona yaxshi kuchli doktorni olib keldi. Oldin nima bo'lgan? Ovoza bo'lgan odamlar. Lekin hozirgi kunda u agar o'zining saytiga joylab yoki boshqa ijtimoiy tarmoqlarda tarqatib, mana bunaqa katta mutaxassis olib keldim, u mana shu dardga davo bo'ladi, men bunga bronxit uchun mana bu knopkani bosingsa, tezroq klient yig'iladi va siz ham dardingizga davo topasiz, u ham o'zini misol uchun daromadini qiladi. Shuning uchun hozirgi kunda doktorlarga ham kecha aytdim, misol uchun gay xodimlari bo'ladimi, davlat organlari bo'ladimi, hammasiga xalq ta'limi, misol uchun Samarqandda ishlagan paytim xalq ta'limini ichki aloqa vositasini qilib berganmiz. Ya'ni xalq ta'limida tepadan buyruq ketadi, ular tasdiqlaydi, misol uchun. Chunki nima uchun ular ochiq manbalardan foydalanish mumkin emas. Ya'ni misol uchun Telegramdan foydalanish mumkin emas, misol uchun xalq ta'limi yoki ichki organlar. Nimaga? Chunki u davlatning ichki narsasi. Telegram boshqa davlatniki turadi va serverda turadi. Masalan, chiqib ketmasligi kerak u ma'lumotlar. Mana shuning uchun siz xalq ta'limiga har qanday holatda, misol uchun hozir o'qituvchilarga, har bir soha vakillariga bundan keyin dasturlashni bilish, uni IT bilan kommunikatsiya qilish va internetdan foydalanish bilish, bu juda muhim omilga aylanib boradi. Chunki ish tez bitadi. Hatto taksilar ham hozirgi kunda Yandexlar, boshqalar, misol uchun yana nima bor? O'zbekistondagi Express bor, Expressga MyTaxi bor, MyTaxilar bor. Bular rivojlangani O'zbekistonda ham boshqalarda ham rivojlantirishga va bunaqa dasturchilar juda ko'p kerak bo'ladi. Xo'p, endi nimaga web? Qaranglar, web. Qaranglar, nima uchun webligini bitta narsani aytib boraman. Qaranglar, nima uchun web deb o'ylaysan? Nima uchun web dasturlash? Shunga qisqa o'zlaringizni fikrlaringizni bildirib yuborsangiz, nima uchun web deb o'ylaysizlar? Ya'ni dasturlash emas, bizlarniki web dasturlash yoki Android dasturlash, iOS dasturlash. Qisqa biladiganlar o'zlaringizni anonlaringizni berib yuborsa. Birgalikda ishlaymiz, chunki bu prosta ochiq dars bo'lgani va sizlar bilan kommunikatsiyaga kirishmasak bo'lmaydi. Baribir maxsus deganimi bilmasam o'zingiz tushuntiring. Yaxshi. Web degani maxsus degani emas. Web serverlar yaxshi. Iltimos, yarim kanalga qo'shib yuboring. Xo'p, Jans kanalga hozir. Kecha to'lov qilgan. Xo'p, agar to'lov qilgan bo'lsa, mana bu unga yozsam, hozir 1 daqiqa, uzr. Shunga yozing. Agar shu kanalga qo'shish kerak bo'lsa, boshlaymiz, qaranglar. Uni qo'shamiz. Endi nimaga web? Qaranglar, bo'ldi, boshlaylik. Qaranglar, mana shu joyga kelamiz. Web o'zi webda internet sport tekshirib ko'rdik. Web o'zi nima? Endi anondan so'raylik. Bugun artificial intellekt bilan kelishib ishlaymiz dedik. Artificial intellektdan so'raymiz. O'zbekcha so'raymizmi, inglizchami? Nima deysizlar? Inglizcha, ing or us. Or deb qo'yib, inglizcha o'qib ketdi. Inglizcha so'raymizmi, o'zbekchami? O'zbekcha agar inglizcha yaxshi ko'pchilik bo'lsa, inglizcha so'raymiz. Agar o'zbekcha kerak bo'lsa, o'zbekcha so'raymiz. O'zbekcha. Bo'ldi, zo'r. O'zbekcha so'raymiz. Web bu nima? Bunga ta'rif ber deymiz. Xo'p, mana endi qaranglar, zo'r boshladik, qaranglar mana. Bu ChatGPT bilasizlar, hozirgi kunda juda ommabop artificial intellektlardan biri va faqat ChatGPT emas, yana bitta narsani tanishtirib ketaman. Gemini deyapti hozirgi kunda. Bu ham misol uchun buni bugundan so'rab ko'ramiz. Web, xuddi ChatGPT dan nima so'ragan bo'lsak, undan so'rab ketamiz. Bu qanday javob? Mana qaranglar. Web so'zi internet ishlatilayotgan turli tushunchalar ifodalangan. Web saytlar, web sahifalar yig'indisi. Web odatda quyidagilar. Web internet turli sahifalari va global tizim va web saytlar. Qaranglar, global tizim, ya'ni qaranglar, web deganida internet bilan ishlaydigan ilovalar bo'ladi. Ya'ni demak web probably because I cannot search the web. Nimaga bu? Men anadan webdan search qila olmayman deyapti. Bu o'zi web-ku. Ha, bo'pti. ChatGPT baribir yutib qo'ydi bu bahsda. Demak, ChatGPT yaxshiroq ekan hozir ham, hozirgi holatda ham. Xo'p. Demak, internet bilan ishlaydigan barcha dasturlar, barcha holatlar web hisoblanadi. Kecha qisqa ko'rdik. Endi bugun ko'radigan mavzumiz ikkita. Artificial
Another variable to have the index for the character of the each element, because we want to add the typing effect. So we just say character index, and we set it to 0. And instead of writing carriers and carriers index to get the full element, we just add a slice method here. A slice method actually returns parts of a string. And if you want to get only, for example, the first character, you just write 0 and 1. So you get the first character. Or you want to get the first two characters, you just write 0 and 2. So we need to make this number, the second number, dynamic too, and we just use the character index. So instead of that, we use character index. So now the index is 0, but we're going to increment it using ++, and we're going to have a set timeout to call this function more than one time until after a delay. So for the delay, we just say 400 milliseconds, and we don't need a function because it's just one line of function. We just write down update text is enough. So now you can see that when we refresh the page, the YouTube starts typing to the end, but we don't get the next